The Boy and the Man in the Overcoat. Timmy Reynolds was 10 years old when he first saw the man in the overcoat. It was a cold October evening, the kind where the wind howled like a wounded animal and the skeletal trees clawed at the darkening sky. Timmy was walking home from his friend Jake's house, kicking a pebble along the cracked sidewalk, when he felt it, the prickling sensation of being watched. He turned around. There, beneath the flickering street lamp at the end of the block, stood a tall, gaunt man wearing a long, tattered overcoat that dragged along the ground. His face was hidden beneath the shadow of a wide-brimmed hat, but Timmy could see his lips, thin and pale, stretched into a smile that didn't reach his eyes. Timmy's breath hitched. He quickened his pace, his sneakers slapping against the pavement. When he glanced back, the man was still there, only now he was closer. Much closer. The man took a step forward. Timmy ran. He didn't stop until he reached his house, slamming the door behind him and locking it with trembling fingers. His mother, stirring a pot of soup in the kitchen, frowned. "Timmy, what's wrong?" There was a man," he gasped. "He was following me." His mother's face paled. She rushed to the window, peering out into the darkness. What did he look like? Tall, wearing a big coat and a hat. He was smiling at me. His mother's hands shook as she pulled the curtains shut. "Stay inside," she whispered. "Don't go out after dark." That night, Timmy dreamed of the man in the overcoat. In the dream, the man stood at the foot of his bed, his long fingers curling around the bed frame. His voice was a dry rasp, like dead leaves scraping against stone. "You'll come with me soon, Timothy." Timmy woke up screaming. The next morning, his mother called the police. Officer Grady, a tired-looking man with a thick mustache, listened as Timmy described the stranger. When he mentioned the overcoat, the officer's pen stilled. "You're sure about the coat?" Grady asked, his voice tight. Timmy nodded. Officer Grady exchanged a glance with Timmy's mother, then he sighed. "There's something you should know." 30 years ago, a man in a long overcoat had stalked the children of Blackwood. He would appear at night, whispering to them through their windows, tapping on their doors. Then, one by one, the children began to disappear. The last child taken was a boy named Daniel Reynolds, Timmy's uncle. "They never found him," Officer Grady said grimly, "or the man in the coat." Timmy's blood turned to ice. That evening, Timmy's mother insisted on keeping all the lights on. She checked the locks 3 times before bed. But as Timmy lay beneath his covers, his eyes glued to the closet door, he heard it, a soft tap, tap, tap against his window. His breath caught. Slowly, he turned his head. The man in the overcoat was outside, his face pressed against the glass, his grin stretching impossibly wide. His fingers scraped slowly down the pane. Tap, tap, tap. Timmy wanted to scream, but no sound came out. The man's eyes, black as oil, locked onto his. Then, in a voice that slithered into Timmy's mind like a snake, the man whispered, "You look just like your uncle." Timmy's heart stopped. The man's grin widened. He screamed so much before he stopped. Suddenly, the window creaked open. A cold, rotten stench filled the room as the man's long, skeletal fingers reached. Inside. Bang! The front door slammed open downstairs. Heavy footsteps thundered up the stairs. The man in the overcoat hissed, recoiling as Timmy's bedroom door burst open. Officer Grady stood there, gun drawn. Behind him were 3 more officers. "Freeze!" Grady barked. The man in the overcoat let out a guttural snarl, then lunged straight for Timmy. Bang, bang. The gunshots echoed through the house. The man staggered back, clutching his chest, but no blood spilled. Instead, a thick, black smoke curled from the holes in his coat. With a final, rasping laugh, the man turned, and leaped out the window, vanishing into the night. The police searched for hours, but found no trace of him. As dawn broke, Timmy sat at the kitchen table, wrapped in a blanket, still shaking. Officer Grady sighed, running a hand over his face. "We'll keep looking," he promised. "But I have to ask, that thing said you looked like your uncle." Timmy nodded. Grady hesitated. "Timmy, your mother never had a brother." Timmy's blood ran cold. His mother, standing by the stove, froze, her face twisted in confusion. What are you talking about? Of course I had a brother. Daniel, he disappeared when he was 10. Officer Grady's expression darkened. "Ma'am, there's no record of a Daniel Reynolds, no missing persons report, no family photos, nothing." Timmy's mother shook her head. "No, that's not. I remember him. He was real." But as she spoke, her voice wavered. Her eyes flickered to the hallway, where a single, dusty photograph hung, a picture of her as a child. Standing beside her was a shadowy figure in an overcoat, his hand on her shoulder. And in the reflection of the glass, the figure was smiling. Timmy's breath caught, because now he understood. The man in the overcoat hadn't taken his uncle. He had taken his mother. And now he was back for Timmy.